even then, you're still gonna tank some interviews. You're still gonna have terrible interviews. So even after that, I still didn't have great interviews. I remember this one time, I had this interview with a company in Atlanta. And again, I don't want to say too much, but they were doing some really interesting things around signal processing. And I remember that I had like a pre-chat with them, with like the, yeah, like I think I had a talk. I had a pre-chat with like the manager, and that went really well. I was super excited. And then on the day of the interview, the manager or the hiring manager was late, or excuse me, he was sick or something. He was unavailable, and they had to bring in somebody else to interview me. And the guy didn't really know data science. He just heard algorithms. So he kept on asking me questions about like the computer science algorithms, like sorting algorithms and all that stuff. And when he started like that, I was like, you realize that these aren't the algorithms I do, right? Like you're asking, like I told him flat out, you're asking me the wrong algorithms. You're asking computer science algorithms. And I think he was just too embarrassed to admit it. So he was just like a hard charging train, right? I have the 5 questions on my list, so I'm gonna ask the 5 questions no matter what anybody tells me, right? Those types of people, right? They need to finish the list, right? So I would have these. So even then, at those stages when I felt like I was really like developing myself into a professional data scientist, you're still gonna have bad interviews, right? But you have to go through them. You have to go through them. You're gonna hit and miss on a couple interviews, or swing and a miss on a couple interviews, but that's part of the process. But Joseph, that's where I felt like I was like okay, like my work has meant something. When I was starting to be able to do that, to be able to, one, land the interview, and two, kind of be able to walk myself through those interviews. But they're still not all going to go great. You're still going to have mistakes along the way, right?